So there is a YouTube tech channel out there that features a squirrely Canadian dude. Maybe some of you have heard of it. If you said Linus Tech Tips, you'd be right. So at this point, maybe many of you have heard that Linus put on a really big tech convention. As a matter of fact, I talked about it in our previous video. Well, not the previous one, but the one before it. That was the pre-LTX vlog. Anyways, this convention featured a lot of tech content creators. And of course, I had to be in attendance. Also in attendance were fellow Tech Fam members Danny from Nerd on a Budget and Ozzy from Oz Talks Hardware. Furthermore, we were all there as featured creators. That's so freaking cool. LTX was such a good time. Danny and Ozzy are some really cool people, and I'm grateful to have met them and work with them on stuff that weekend. More on that shortly. The experience at LTX was a very fun one. There was a lot to do. Over on the main stage, there was informative panels on various subjects with Linus and other LMG staff and other featured creators. Shout out to Greg from Science Studio on that one. There's also stuff like CPU delidding, GPU repasting, vintage computer gear to check out, VR RC cars to check out, VR gaming, and all sorts of other stuff. There's also like this motherboard house of cards competition, how high can you stack them in a certain amount of time. And then there was the crowd favorite, the case toss.
Nice job, Chris.
You know, battling with Ozzy on that inflatable jousting thing was actually super fun, and I really thought I could get him, but I ended up just pushing myself off, so.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Now, I listed a few of the things that were there at LTX, and I'm sure I'm missing some of the attractions, but it's so great, and if you have a chance to go, do it. Just go if you can, because it's a really great experience there. And the fact that they partnered with DreamHack also made this a really cool, really big LAN party. There was a streamer station so you can meet other Twitch streamers and things like that. Over up by CLX Gaming in one side, there was a PC free play area on the other side in case you didn't bring your own computer. And then of course the BYOC gaming section where you can see all sorts of awesome custom builds from other people, as well as like cool little mini personal builds. So that's cool DreamHack stuff right there. Definitely something for everyone at LTX. Now, with all that said, how could I be around such other awesome content creators like Ozzy and Danny without making something come of it? This is a PC hardware, tech, and gaming channel, right? We all like parts hunting, right?
You're goddamn right.
Well, we made the best of it and set off on a parts hunt. NZXT, Team Group, and Nvidia were kind enough to donate some parts to this, but we still made things happen on that first night we were all together there. CPU, motherboard, GPU, and power supply needed to be hunted down, and that's exactly what we did. All in one night, no less. We really didn't have that much time. We didn't even start searching until after dinner that night. And managing to stay under 400 Canadian for these parts, we managed to score a Radeon RX480 8GB card, it's an XFX variant, a Gigabyte B450m DS3H motherboard, a Ryzen 7 1700 8-core CPU, and a Cooler Master Watt 500 power supply. So getting all these parts was great, but more to be said. NZXT donated an H510 Elite case. Such an awesome looking case, and apparently one of two in Canada at that time because it's so new. Team Group threw in 16 gigabytes of RAM, that's the RGB RAM too, which is really nice, and I believe a 500 gig RGB SSD. That's real cool of Team Group. Now, Nvidia though, they did end up giving us an RTX 2060 for this build, but like I said, we did get an RX480 prior to that. So that would have been cool to know ahead of time, but there is a lot more to this story that you guys need to go over to Oz Talks Hardware's channel.
Ooh, that's I think it should be fine.
That was a hefty drop.
That'll be linked in the description below, so make sure you check that out. It's a really funny story on this one, so go watch it. So first night down, we had the parts. Second night, it was time to build, but we didn't even get back to the Airbnb until 11 p.m. So needless to say, we were up pretty late. But The build and benchmarks were complete, so let's check it out. So you might be asking yourself, what was this build for? Who was it for? Why were we doing it? This is a TechFam collab with Danny from Nerd on a Budget and Ozzy from Oz Talks Hardware. And if you want to see what we did with this build, head on over to Danny's channel, Nerd on a Budget. That'll be linked in the description below as well. And yeah, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so make sure you guys check out his channel, check out his video. It's going to be really great. But yeah, I really don't want to ruin the surprise. And as I said, Ozzy has something regarding this build too, so make sure you head on to his channel and watch his video. LTX 2019 was an awesome experience. Meeting fellow tech fam homies was awesome, and then being around such like-minded people for this entire event, for this whole experience, was, yeah, I don't know, something else that's like an intangible thing. It was just really cool. It was a breath of fresh air for sure. So if you find yourself with a chance to go, do it. Anyways, if you guys like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe, we always got more coming. We do weekly streams every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, and all links will be in the description below. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all down there. Follow us on everything, and if you like this video, again, thumbs up, subscribe, we would really appreciate it. And yeah, so make sure you go to Danny's channel for the other part of this video and Ozzy's channel for the other part of this video. This is an awesome collab, and thank you to Danny and Ozzy for working with me on this one. You guys are the best. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.